Chuck Crosby, Crosby Law Office. Here's a topic we've talked about in the past. It started occurring again. Again, this is happening to me, so I have to presume it's happening to other agents in town. On one of my listings this week, and we're selling a lot of listings, I got a love letter. So you want to tell you what, Greg, describe what a love letter is in 2 sentences, and then we'll go to Chuck to see what his thoughts are.
Yeah, it's a lot with 2 sentences. It's a letter that you send to the seller in hopes that you can appeal to them in some way, shape, or form, and that they will love you, or you can talk about how much you love their house and it fits you. But in one way, shape, or form, it's to try to appeal to the seller to pick you.
Right, that's a love letter. Chuck, the general consensus is maybe not the.
Yeah, there's a lot written about how you shouldn't ought to do that, that it'll lead to housing discrimination. Things like if I write, oh, I can see my kids having Christmas in this house, I've disclosed certain things that perhaps, might cause the seller to say, no, I don't want to sell to you. Is it illegal? No, I don't think so. You can certainly tell anybody you love their house. Is it advisable? Well, that's for people better than me to say, I suppose.
Well, everyone's going to have a different opinion. And I got to tell you, we're charged as agents to do the very best job that we can for our clients, whether it's a buyer or seller. I think most of my compadres in this market and around the country would say, yep, that's right. So yes, you could say that there could be a problem, at least indicating giving some sort of inside information. But I personally think that it could go either way. And if you really want to get detailed on this, folks, you as a seller can look at the name on a contract and be able to determine to some level what the ethnicity is. So what are we actually saying here? I mean, I think, quite frankly, in the case that I received a love letter, my seller loved that love letter and went with that offer.
Yeah, I have a hard time automatically assuming that sharing details about yourself is going to cause the other person to be discriminatory.
I agree.
I agree, Chuck. I hope we're past that mostly. Yes.
Well, we can say that as white males. Now, can other ethnicities say that? Maybe they feel differently about that, and we have to understand their point of view too. So,
yeah, but here we're talking about not the people that would be discriminated against. Okay, we're talking about the people who would do the discriminating. So the love letter is, I mean, if you feel that they might, well, why write the love letter?
Well, I guess the case would be if you get multiple love letters and you start attaching pictures, and then you get selective based off of that. But again,
you're presuming the seller is going to act in a certain way. So it's not the victim that this is protecting necessarily. It's preventing the perpetrator. That just...
No, you're right. It's leveling the playing field in the minds who say that you shouldn't do a love letter because it might discriminate against those who don't want to because they may not have the same circumstances that someone who might. We get it. But at this point, unless I am told it's illegal to do that, I act on behalf of my buyer or seller to do the very best job, and a love letter works for the buyer, and it's also of some interest to the seller. So we move forward. Want to see what people are saying about us? Video. You can go to LouisvilleSellersTalk.com. LouisvilleSellersTalk.com.